Busting the myth of swing paths today. We get a lot of input, a lot of emails, a lot of calls on people talking about swing paths, how you need to swing down and through it, or the new rage with Josh Donaldson's coming out and the Chris Bryant's saying, you know, they like to swing up at the ball. And we're going to try and find out which is the better way to maximize your launch angles, because your launch angles and your exit speed are the hot topics right now. Because if you understand exit speeds and you're hitting the ball hard enough, then you can find your angles where you can do the most damage. And launch angles are attributed to swing paths and where you hit on the ball. Now, there's certain swing paths that can inhibit your performance, and there's other swing paths that can help your performance. And what we see a lot of is you either have to swing down or you have to swing up. And that seems to be like the two polar forces right now, and all these coaches saying, well, you know, I want to swing down through the ball. I want to be swinging down to get on path with this thing and be cutting through the distance of the ball coming in, the trajectory that's coming. Well, we know every ball is coming down through the zone, depending on the pitch, where it is in the location, but it's always coming down. You got a pitcher on the mound throwing overhand to a catcher that is squatted, so it's going to be coming down through the zone. So any swing path that is swinging down has got to get on path with the pitch at some point to be effective. Now, in order to get on path with the pitch, you got to do more than that, though. A lot of kids get on path because they make contact. Obviously, they're on path with the pitch at some point, but because they're hitting the top of the ball, they're getting those ground balls. The reverse is true. You don't want to be swinging uphill on a really positive swing path. I mean, you're talking about a plus 45, a plus 60, where you're coming up through the ball, cutting this swing, and I'm hitting underneath the ball. Yes, I'm going to hit the ball in the air. It's going to be too high of a trajectory. I can do that same swing path and hit the bottom half of the ball, and it will be a home run. It's where you hit on the ball determines your launch angles, not so much your swing path. You can swing down and hit the bottom, get a line drive. You can swing up and hit the bottom and get a line drive. It's where you hit on the ball, determined by your exit speed, is going to be your distance. So your swing paths of swinging down and uppercutting and swinging up are actually proven to be false. It's actually getting on path with the pitch, hitting the right part of the ball, getting your best launch angles. So the constant in all of this that we're talking about is where you hit on the ball. That is what determines launch angles. If I hit the very middle of the ball, it doesn't matter if I swing down, swing up, I'm going to get a 0 degree launch angle because I'm hitting the dead center of the ball. Likewise, it doesn't matter my swing path. If I'm swinging down or if I'm swinging up and I hit the top half of the ball above the equator, I'm going to get a top spin ground ball. If I hit below the equator, I'm going to get the ball in the air. It doesn't matter if I swing down or if I swing up. Now, I can maximize my launch angles by having a closer swing path to the path of the pitch that's coming in. And that's why we always talk about is getting on path with the pitch. So a pitch up in the zone is a different path of the pitch, and I need to vary my swing path to get on path to hit the bottom half of the ball so I can get my proper launch angles. A pitch down in the zone, you're going to see a little bit different swing path because the pitch is lower, it's descending at a greater rate, so I'm going to actually have to have a positive increase. And you're going to see, if you do slow motion with these videos of hitters, these major league hitters, these big time college softball players, you may actually see their barrel going down here, and yes, that ball, the barrel is going down to get on path because the path is lower. I'm going to have to get down here, but you're going to see they don't keep swinging down through the ball. That would be a negative. That would be actually be hitting the top half of the ball, getting that ground ball. They're going to get on path and be working, even on a low pitch, from here to contact and through. They're going to be working at a positive angle, working up through the ball to get to the bottom half of the ball. It does not mean they're swinging up. They're still on path with the ball, but they're trying to get to the bottom half of the ball to get the ball out of the infield. On a pitch, you know, knee high, just above knee high, which is what majority of hitters are striving to hit is a ball in their strike zone, you're going to see a little bit more of a constant, flatter swing path going all the way through. they're still taking that swing path, they're still on path with the pitch, but they've got to hit the right part of the ball. That's what the key to launch angles is. No one's ever been able to come out here and say this before. It's always been, well, if you swing up, you're going to pop up. If you're going to swing down, you're going to hit ground balls. We know that's not true, because if you play this game and coach this game and seen this game and study this game, you guys have seen guys that swing up and hit top spin ground balls. You've seen guys that swing down and able to hit a line drive out of the infield. It's where they're hitting on the ball. Now, those aren't always the case. You can maximize your numbers and your probability of hitting those launch angles by being on path. In case your timing is off a little bit, you can still be on path with the pitch, hitting the right part of the ball. We're going to test out the swing down path as far as coming from a high to a low and getting down through the ball. As long as you hit the right part of the ball, you can still get the right launch angle, but let's see if it has enough exit speed with this deflected energy to carry out of the infield. Good line drive, right to the back of the cage. Good launch angle. Didn't have enough exit speed because it's deflected energy. Deflected, I didn't compress the ball, so therefore the exit speed's not going to be as high, doesn't have as much carry, doesn't get out of the infield. All right, now we're going to try and get on path with the pitch a little bit more, a little bit of a flatter swing path, being on path with the pitch, and we're going to try and hit the same part of the ball, and it's going to actually start out on the same launch angle, but because the exit speed is greater, you're going to see a little bit better carry. A lot harder hit. That ball's got a chance to get out of the infield. Now we're going to test the extreme uppercut where you're really below the path of the pitch. This is not just, okay, our barrel's below the ball as it's coming in. This is way below, so we're uppercutting. We're getting underneath the ball, which is what a lot of people are scared of in getting those pop-ups. And we're going to show a pop-up swing just because I'm going to hit the underneath the ball. And this is not good. This is the same as weak ground balls. This is considered a weak pop fly. But as you can see, it's deflected energy, and that's why it doesn't have enough exit speed and too high of a launch angle to carry. That doesn't do us any good. Now we're going to test a slight upswing to try and match the path of the pitch that's coming in at a decline of 6 to 9 degrees. So to the naked eye, it's going to look like an uppercut swing, but it's just a slightly positive attack angle to try and maximize distance, try and get those gap shots, those doubles, those triples, those home runs, and we got to be able to get enough exit speed on them for them to carry and get over those outfielders. There you go.